Hello. Just waiting for people to get live. I see some people. Say hello. So I know that you're here. Well, welcome to our weekly live healing session. Hi, Debbie. Welcome back. It's always good to see you. Hi, Laura. Welcome. I'm so glad you joined us. So glad. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alessandra Martelini. I am an energy healer, obviously, and a Theta Healing instructor. So basically, if you're new to Theta Healing is an energy healing modality, which you're gonna experience it. So it's easier experiencing it than it is to explain. But basically, through a meditation, we access our unconscious mind. And when we access what is unconscious to us, we can transform the limiting beliefs that we're not aware of, but are still sabotaging our lives. Hi, Didi. Hello, welcome back. Here's evening. For you, it's morning, right? Yeah. So, today's topic, a very close topic to me. Embracing imperfection. Who's a perfectionist? A perfectionist here as well. I'm guessing that if you're here, you're also. Hi, my aunt is here. I don't know if you're gonna understand anything, but hi, Kay. Welcome. So this is like my 7th live ever. I recently started doing this, right? Some of you know, some of you have been following me since the beginning of my lives, like a month ago, right? So early. And so today is the 7th. And the thing is, what's very interesting is, every time I set up a topic, I'm like, if I go through like my brain, like my rational mind, I cannot set up a topic. It has to kind of come, like one day it comes and like, oh, that's it. So it came, the topic of perfectionism, right? And I'm like, okay, so here's my process so you understand. I come up with a topic and then I have an idea of what I want to say, but throughout the week, I prepare. I like to prepare. I'm a Capricorn. But interesting enough, this week I was so stuck in preparing it. So stuck. I couldn't have any thoughts of what I was gonna cover today. So today I was meditating and this very interesting insight came to me that my habit of planning everything, basically, I'm super, like, I overplan sometimes, I worry about everything, single detail. So it came to me that this habit of mine is actually motivated by my need to be perfect. So the more I prepare, the more perfect I can be. I was like, oh my God. So I basically didn't prepare because, as I told you before, I really live, the lives, the things that I do. So I'm embracing my imperfections today as well. We're all in this together. My aunt is saying that she wishes she could understand. I'm from Brazil, so I speak Portuguese, and she speaks Portuguese. Nano, sorry, I'm gonna speak Portuguese for a second. Nano, desculpa, vou ter que fazer uma live em português para vocês, né? Mas yeah, I just told her that I'm gonna have to do a live in Portuguese as well. Okay, so perfectionism. Like all the thoughts about perfectionism throughout like my day today, like as I was thinking about like what I wanted to say, what I wanted to share, what I should do, what you guys needed, I a funny thought came to mind. It's like, how many of you have been on interviews that when they asked you, what is your biggest flaw? You said, oh, I'm a perfectionist. Right? Like it's some sort of it's like a concealed um, strength, actually, right? But the thing is it really being a perfectionist? How how good has it given you? You know, like being so perfectionist and always striving for perfection in everything that you do. Isn't it exhausting? Because for me, it's quite exhausting, isn't it? And some of the things, like, some I've been talking to some people this week, and it's so interesting because, like, if you've been here before, you know that I always say that the issue is never the issue. So obviously the perfectionism and everything that people are coming to me are not really the real issue, but everything's kind of intertwined. So for example, if you're keeping yourself busy all the time, let me know if it's you. If you're always busy, if you don't really allow yourself to take care of yourself because you have so many responsibilities. Maybe you have like 3 kids, 4 kids, who knows? Maybe you have like a sick mother or someone that you really, really need to take care of. So like you're always busy, right? You're always trying to live up to this idea of like what it's to be, what is like to be perfect. If you don't accept help, some of you, like, I can see that sometimes you do ask for help, but it's up to a point. It's like you ask, but you don't really accept it. Does it make sense? So it's like you ask for the superficial help. Yeah? Like you ask for hacks into like how to be more productive, how to, organize your day, how to do more stuff, right? But again, the issue is never the issue, right? So when I or other people try to offer you the help that you actually need, you're like, no, I'm okay, right? Let me know if it's if it's ringing any bells there. What else? Well, overthinking, I think, is a classic example of trying to be perfect, right? Hi Claire, welcome. When you're trying to be perfect. Okay, so I've been stopping, someone stopped me now. First of all, what is it to be perfect? I want you to really close your eyes right now. And when I say perfection, a perfect person, a perfect you, what is this? What is perfection for you? Hi, Sandy. Welcome. So what is like to be perfect? For me, the first thing that comes to my mind is I don't make mistakes. This is being perfect. So it explains why I like to plan ahead, why I like to overthink things, so I don't make any mistakes. Yeah, so what is like to be perfect for you? What is it? What is it? And perfection has a very huge element of comparison, right? We have these ideas of someone else being perfect, and a classic example is like models, like the body of a model as perfection, right? And then we compare, and we always fall short because, let's face it, it's not really real. But it's very deep in us, right? This idea of perfection. And the thing that comes to my mind now is like, who established this? And in the case of models, of course, is the media, is the outside society. But for you, let's focus on you. Like for me, for example, let's go there. If for me being perfect is not making mistakes, who told me that I cannot make mistakes? And what does making mistakes mean to me? What is it? What is it for you? For example, for me, mom, sorry, I know you're gonna watch this later, but my mom is a Virgo. I don't know if you know anything about astrology, but she can be a perfectionist. So her ideas of like good grades, for example, is like perfection, right? So I always had this very high expectations, not just from her, but like from everybody, right? So perfection in grades and being the good student, the best student, never making mistakes on tests. And I remember so many times for me, like every time I would make a mistake, oh my God, I would completely freak out. It was like the end of the world. It was like I was overcome by shame and like I just wanted to hide. And I thought I was deeply, deeply flawed, right? So it's like I took my mistakes as a flaw of character, like it was something wrong with me. Hi, Jen. Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you joined today. I think this live is going to be good for you. Yeah, so we're talking about perfectionism. What is like to be perfect for you? What, like, whose expectations are you trying to fulfill, live up to? For a lot of women, we have these crazy ideas that we need to fulfill these different roles of like we need to be the perfect mom, the perfect wife, the perfect housewife, the perfect sex goddess, everything to perfection all the time. Didi saying, if I'm perfect, no one will judge me. Okay, so again, for you, like when were you judged? What does it mean for you? What happened? What happens when you're judged? What do you make this mean? Because the thing is, we all live different things, but what matters is the meaning that we associate with the experiences that we live. Does it make sense? So, for example, let me think of an example. Okay, let's talk about my example. For example, let's say I didn't get the highest grade, and then what was the meaning that I associated with it? That I was not good enough, right? That was the meaning. That was the story in my head. So the story that was playing in my head is like, oh, if I don't get the highest grade, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not gonna be accepted. I'm not gonna be worth anything. My value, my complete value was 100% basically associated with my grades. My whole identity was I'm a good student. That was it. That was it. I didn't know how to do other things. I thought. That was the story in my head. That's not the truth, but that was the story that I was telling myself, right? The only thing I was good at was studying. The only thing. I didn't see myself back then as someone that had a lot of friends, which is not true. When I look back, I had a lot of friends. I was never alone. But back then, that was like the stories in my head. Did you say mom always said, what will people think? Okay, but let's go deeper into this. This again, like this is all the superficial stuff, right? So wait. So going to like what happens when people think something bad about you? Why is your identity, your value associated with what other people think? Claire is saying, I know it is an illusion completely, a creation of my mind. Yes, so many stories. Yes, absolutely. Yes. But then like we need to be aware of these creations in our head so we can transform them, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Some of you, I feel, okay, it's like your ego is very protective right now. I'm touching some very deeply rooted, like I'm touching your identity here. So for some of you, like your identity is you're perfect. That's the mask that you're portraying to the world. You're perfect. Even though deep down you know that you're not, and you know, like you suffer, but you're always you're always portraying perfection. Let me know. Let me know if it's you. Yeah. So what happens is, and I totally relate to this, when we have this idea of perfection that we're always trying to live up to, it's like we're always in competition with ourselves. Not in a good way, because this can be good. We can reframe this later. But you're always in competition with the perfection of you, the you that you're always striving to be, the you that never make mistakes, the you that doesn't have emotions, that is not emotional, that just does everything perfectly. Yeah. Didi saying, when I think of being judged negatively, I become extremely anxious. Even us. Great. Great. That's good. I'll tell you why it's good. Laura saying, I want to and fall short and feel bad about it. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like when we fall short, both, you know, according to other people's expectations, but mostly according to our expectations of ourselves, we get disappointed in ourselves, right? Honestly, people, like for me, this has been a huge thing. Huge thing. I'm always feeling disappointed in myself because I create these ideas in my mind, and then everything goes back into like, oh, it's my fault. I cannot do anything right. Right? Yeah, I'm sure you can relate as well. Didi saying, I am so far from being perfect. I feel like a joke. Oh, wow. That's a huge belief that you're a joke. Write that down. Write that down. It's important. Sandy saying, we are our worst enemy. Can I reframe this? Our minds, our unconscious minds, are not our enemy. It's always trying to protect us. It's not trying to sabotage us. It's not trying to limit us. Everything that we're experiencing that we see as limiting, right, as a self-sabotage, is actually a mechanism, a defense mechanism that was created to protect our true selves. So it's actually an act of self-love. We love ourselves so much that instead of dying, literally dying, we create this mechanism so we can survive and keep our true selves, our essence, intact. Right? So that's why it's so important to do these healings, to clear all these layers of, you know, these mechanisms that we create, so we can rescue the essence back. Does it make sense? Laura is saying, yes, it's definitely pressure I put on myself, even though others say go easy on yourself. Yeah. Yeah. So for you, Laura, I would ask, what do you fear will happen if you go easy on yourself? What would happen? What are you afraid of? So the thing is, what Sandy said, that we are our worst enemy, it's only true because we don't allow ourselves to feel compassion towards ourselves, right? Hi, Leslie, welcome. So glad to have you here. Laura saying she wanted to her goals. Okay, so if you're interesting. So it's like it's your way to keep motivated, right? So if you put a lot of pressure, it kind of gives you the fuel. And it's like for you, I feel there's some pent up anger, and I've talked about this a few times already. But anger, it's this cover emotion to the feeling of powerlessness. So anger gives us fuel, gives us energy when we don't feel like we have enough. Does it make sense? It can be unconscious, yeah, but if you're like always getting angry at yourself, blaming yourself, being pissed off, you know, it kind of gives you the motivation to keep doing the things that you think that you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. Claire is saying if I'm psychic, yes, I am. It's not bold at all. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I am. This is my job. Yeah, I use the term intuitive. It's less scary to people and to me as well. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading into you guys. I'm reading into the energy. Yeah, I'm doing this through the technique that I use. It's called ThetaHealing. Yeah, but yes. Cindy said, that's why I said we are our own worst enemy. We are harder on ourselves more than others. Yes, we don't always see the beauty within. Yeah, yes, yeah, definitely. It's like a lot of people say this, right? But it's very cool when we think about this. Like the things that you say to yourself. Would you say this to your best friend? I'm sure you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. So we really need to, first of all, be compassionate towards ourselves. It's so easy to be nice to others, isn't it? It's so easy. So easy. Yeah. Because we can forgive them easily. But why can't we forgive ourselves too? Why? What are we expecting to achieve or to be if we're hard on ourselves? Yeah. Again, maybe you don't want to make mistakes. Maybe it's your way to, feel your energy and do the things that you want to do. Otherwise, you feel like you're going to collapse. Maybe you don't trust yourself enough to do things out of love, out of self-love. It's a skill that we master throughout our lives, isn't it? Definitely. It's not like this. It has a lot of layers of hatred, of disappointment, of expectations, of all of those things, right? Claire is saying intuitive is lovely too. Wonderful. Would love to know more. Okay, great. If you want to know more, you can book a session with me, a private session. We go much deeper. And probably soon I will start teaching ThetaHealing online. Yeah, I do in person, but COVID. So now I probably will start teaching online. So get in touch. We'll talk. Yeah. Jen saying, I don't need to be perfect to start any new venture. I listen to my soul and act accordingly. Great. Great. But again, perfection can come in different ways. For you, we talked a little bit already, right? So I know for you, like you keep yourself busy a lot, right? You create this idea that you need to be effective and always do things the right way. This is a perfectionism. It's a way to be perfect, to not fail. Yeah? Yeah. Because if you're really, really living from our souls, we will know when we need to stop and take care of ourselves. Yeah. Leslie's asking, why is it so hard to see ourselves clearly as someone who needs compassion over anger? See ourselves how we can see others. That's a good question. The first thing is we are living our emotions. So when we're talking to someone and they're telling their problems to us, right? We're not, even if I know you're very empathetic, right? We talked about this before. So I know you feel what they feel, but it's still not your life. So you can feel it, but not fully feel it. We're not like flooded by the emotions, right? The thing is, and honestly for me, it's like my biggest theme of this lifetime is allowing myself to feel. We don't allow ourselves to feel, right? A few years ago, 6 years ago, oh my god, I was in Bali and I went to this tarot reader and she told me something that I'll never forget because it's so true, so accurate. She said, Alessandra, when you have to cry, if you have to cry 10 liters of tears, you will cry 5 liters and then you're gonna stop yourself and start thinking about it, trying to figure things out. And I was like, oh my god, so true. And she was like, you need to let yourself cry the 10 liters. Nothing about it, just cry. my understanding about this is getting deeper and deeper, and basically I don't allow myself to feel my emotions, to really be with my emotions. I never learned how. I had to teach myself. Yeah. So how many times you're like doing your things, you're like on a roll, and like you're super excited, you're working on your business and all, and then you get like this emotion, and you're like, no, right now, no, I'm too busy, no, I have to do this, I have to finish this, no. So you push it back, and you're like, it's still there, but you're like, nope, I'm gonna pretend it's not there, because I need to do this, and it kind of like snowballs until one day you kind of collapse and you cry your eyes out. You're like, oh my God, what's happening? I don't know what's happening, right? So why not, when we feel something, we're like, okay, I'm feeling something, let's stop what I'm doing, close my eyes, and just be with my emotion. I know a lot of you have kids, and what happens when your kids are crying or expressing some frustration? I hope you're not like a lot of parents that just rush them into doing something else or diminish their emotions. You know, I hope you sit with them. And I know a lot of you already do this. You just sit with them. You just show them that it's okay to feel what they're feeling, right? We don't learn how to feel what we're feeling. Does it make sense? Yeah. So one thing, and let's do this in a second. I will guide you to doing this. Just sitting with your emotion, just sitting with it, right? And the thing is, we don't know how to process this because we think our minds go in the way, they come in the way, right? And we think that we need to think actually about the emotion and to figure it out. My brain is never off, never. It's annoying. So it's like, I'm always trying to figure everything out. And I'm like, it's impossible. First of all, it's impossible. That's not how life works, right? So if you're trying to figure things out all the time, have everything planned out, it's exhausting, isn't it? It's exhausting. Instead of feeling things, yeah? Let me see your comments. Claire is saying, lovely, yes, I would do that. Your energy is wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you like my energy. I've been working a lot on my energy. I do a lot of healings. Yeah. Leslie saying that's me as well. Good. I'm glad you guys are relating to me. I'm not alone. Yay. Jen saying, I take care of myself, both body and mind, and allow myself to stay congruent to my values each day so I can deliver on my life's purpose. I'm gonna ask you something. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you're constantly saying to yourself that you're doing? Because that's how I feel. It feels to me that you're trying to escape from something real. I'm not saying you don't do any of those things. I think you do. I believe you. But I feel like you're afraid of your feelings. You're afraid of something. I don't know what it is, but you're afraid of something. Yeah? Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're open. Yeah, we're here to, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. I've been healing stuff for 6 years now. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff, people. And believe me, in the beginning, I was very closed. I was like, no, everything's fine. I don't need help. It's your passion. Good. I'm glad it's your passion, and I believe it's your passion. But my passion is to help people. I love doing this, but I still have stuff. To work on. Yeah. Claire is saying, that is so true. So many people are suffering because they are afraid to express their emotions. As you say, Western society does not encourage such wisdom. Yes, absolutely. And I think one of the things that need to change, and honestly, COVID came for many reasons, but one of them is we need to be aware of our emotions. We need to. It's way past the time. The way that society is working based on ego, individuality, And competition is not sustainable. It's not, right? Come on, we're living this chaos because of that. Yeah. Hi Lee, you're saying that I don't feel I have perfectionistic tendencies. I'm more likely to be too laid back. Okay, maybe, and I feel like I have this sometimes. It's like I don't do anything because I don't. It's like an overcompensation. It's like if I don't do anything, there is no chance of me to screw things up. Does it make sense? I don't know if it's your case, but let me know. So when you're like in a flow, when you're working towards something, do you feel any pressure? Do you feel like you're always creating these expectations to yourself and you're always feeling disappointed that you're not doing what you think you're supposed to be doing? Do you create these crazy plans, or like you need to figure everything out? Or you're really like just lay back and just go with the flow? If that's you, awesome, teach me. I would love to be this way. Sandy saying, yep, I'm a healer too, and I'm still working on my own healing. How better to help others than to heal myself? Exactly. Yeah, that's how we heal. You know, that's how could I come here and tell you those things if I'm not doing healings on myself? That would be very hypocritical of me, wouldn't it? Like I'll say, like, oh, you have to heal this, and then I'll go out and not heal anything. That's not how things work. Julia is saying, I'm too laid back too. So same questions. Are you actually? I know some people that they just go with the flow. It's like they're never stressed. Everything's in flow. It's like, oh my god, how's life like? So if you're like this, great. Or are you overcompensating? Claire is saying COVID is bringing us all to a new consciousness. Absolutely, yes. Jen saying, I'm in the flow now when I follow my passion. Absolutely, yes. That's the definition of being, following your passion in your life purpose. You feel in flow. Yeah. Lisa, not exactly, more like laid back and easily distracted. Okay. Rarely worried about outcome. Okay. Easily distracted. I know the feeling. Yeah. I know the feeling. Okay, so let's do a clearing and see what happens, because I don't know. I'll be guided. Yeah, I'll give you a few seconds if anyone else wants to share anything, and then I'll guide you. COVID brought this group together. That is true. I'm grateful for COVID because I know that I should, like do things online for years, and I haven't done it. But COVID was like the push that I needed. It's like, well, my events got canceled. Now I have to do things online. Yeah. I'm so glad you trust my guidance. Thank you. I'm also guided. I'm like, Creator, universe, guide me. Whatever is good for people that are listening, live or the replay, just use me as a channel. Yeah? Okay, people. Let's roll. Let's see what happens. What comes up. So just close your eyes. Get comfy. Take a deep breath in. Just start bringing awareness to your body. Just notice your body. How it feels like. Your hands, your arms, your belly, your back, your face, your scalp, your shoulders. Just notice how everything feels like. Your legs, your heart. Allow the air to go all the way throughout your whole body. an energy coming from the core of the earth up through the soles of your feet. This Mother Earth energy is going to ground you. It's going to come through your feet, up your legs, all the way up throughout your whole body. It's a very supportive energy. Allow yourself to feel it. And you're going to feel it's going to start aligning your chakras from the base of your spine up, all the way up to the top of your head. And it's going to come out from the top of your head in the form of a bubble of light. You're inside this bubble of light, like a piece of your consciousness is inside this bubble of light, safe and protected. Take a moment to notice what color it is. Mine's green today. And it's transparent so you can see around you. And you're going to start traveling upwards through the ceiling, inside this bubble of light. Travel upwards to the ceiling, through the atmosphere, through all the gases, through the stars. You can visualize it, you can feel it, you can sense it, you can know it. Just trust the process. Don't force it, just allow it to happen. Keep going upwards, upwards through the galaxies, through all the planets, the moons, through the universe. You're going to reach a series of lights, some bright lights, some dark lights. Go through those lights. This is the realm of the ancestors. We talked about this last week. So if you want to check it out, our live about the 7 planes of existence, this is the 4th, the spirit world. Don't get caught up in it. Go up. Keep going upwards. You're going to reach a golden light, the realm of the ascended masters, the angels, your soul family. It's inside this realm that your heavenly Father and your heavenly Mother exist. You can ask them to come with you if you want, and keep going upwards. You're going to reach a jelly-like substance with all the colors of the universe. These are the laws that govern our universe. There are many, many laws. Law of gravity, law of attraction, law of connection, law of truth. And you're going to reach for a pink mist, which is the law of compassion. Allow this pink mist to surround you in your bubble of light. And through this law of compassion, you're going to be guided into the bright, iridescent white light. You may see a window or a door, or just start feeling this light around you. Go into this light. Keep going upwards. This is what we call the 7th plane of existence. The unconditional love that created everything and everyone. The Creator, God, however you want to call it. Universal intelligence. You're going to go inside this light until there's nothing around you but this energy. If you still see faces or colors, keep going upwards. And you're going to start feeling like the bubble around you is going to start dissolving until you become one with this energy of unconditional love. And from this energy, we can do anything we want. We can ask for everything. So first of all, we're going to ask for unconditional love to be sent to us. So Creator of all that is, it is commanded that unconditional love is sent to every cell of my body. Thank you, it is done. It is done. Show me. You're just going to witness, feel, sense, visualize, however it happens. Just don't push it, just allow it to happen. as this energy of love goes into your body, awakening every cell, every atom of your body, releasing everything that's ready to be released. If you feel any pain, you can direct this energy into the place of the pain. Just allow it to be transformed into love. I'm being directed to a lot of livers. Livers hold anger. So if you have anger issues, it can be unconscious, but just allow this energy to transform the anger. You don't need the anger, and it can be towards other people and towards ourselves, to be the motivator, the fuel to do things. If you want this, say yes out loud, and Creator is gonna heal it. I always need your permission. I cannot do anything. If you don't want it, don't worry. You have free will. So if you don't want anything, if you don't want something, you're not going to receive it. But if you want it, say yes, and the universe will hear you. So just breathe deeply into your liver. Mm-hmm. A lot of you are resisting this, so let's go deeper. Okay, what does it serve you to keep this anger? What does it give you? Allow this answer to come to you. What is the benefit? There's always a benefit, always. Some of you, you suffered abuse before in different forms. Abuse can be emotional abuse, can be physical, can be sexual. So for you, holding on to the anger is a way that you found to protect yourself to not be abused again. Mm-hmm. Some of you have this anger because you believe that without the anger, it's like a very toxic masculinity thing. It's like you feel like you need to fight for things, that you need to use anger and violence to conquer things, to achieve things, to get things. That if you're too soft, you're never gonna get anything. Mm-hmm. Some of you had very controlling parents. They were always angry at you or disappointed at you or whatever it is for you. And so your anger is a defense mechanism in a way that it's easier for you to be angry at yourself. So you push yourself to do the very best, to be perfect, than it is to recreate the patterns from childhood, to recreate this feeling of being humiliated, to be yelled at, to be made feel small and useless, and like you're always doing everything wrong. So it's easier to be hard on yourself. It's a protection. Mm-hmm. Okay. So first of all, whatever it is for you, it can be some of those things. It can be something different. Just trust whatever comes to you. I'm reading the collective level. Yeah. So whatever it is for you, let's clear this. Let's see what Creator tells me. Okay. First of all, can we just release from your body the trauma? Because when those things happen, it becomes a trauma. A trauma is like an emotional wounding that was not processed, that is still in our bodies. So can we just teach you how you're safe now? It's over. You're not a child anymore. You're not helpless. You're not powerless. Take a deep breath in to let it in. Okay. Some of you have like vows of revenge because you didn't know how to handle the situation back then. And you're like, okay, one day I will be a grown-up, I will be strong, and I will get my revenge. It's very unconscious, but it takes a lot of your energy. So, before we clear this, I need to ask you, what do you expect to get when you have your revenge? What is it for you? Just trust whatever comes. And again, for you, the anger is fueling this pattern of revenge. So for some of you, let's see. For some of you, it's actually the reason why you're successful. You don't trust that you will be successful if you don't, if you're not doing it to prove that you can, to prove that you're better than the person that did something to you, that didn't trust you, that didn't believe you, that hurt you, whatever happened. So you don't trust that you have what it takes without it. So if that's your case, can we release this belief that you don't have what it takes? And can the Creator show you that you are perfect? You are perfection, perfecting itself. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing missing. You don't have to hide. You don't have to pretend anymore. Whatever happened to you happened for a reason, but you don't have to hold on to this anymore. You learn skills. There's always lessons, remember? But you can keep the lessons. Allow Creator to show you what the lessons are for you. You can keep the lessons without keeping the trauma, without keeping the revenge, the anger, the self-blame, the self-doubt. If you want this, say yes, and you receive it. Okay. Can we teach you how it feels like to trust that inner voice, that inner wisdom that you have? You've always had it. It was hidden, but it's safe now. Can we let this person go? Send them love, not your love, Creator's love. And can we clear any soul fragment or soul that you exchanged with this person, this situation? They're just draining your energy and the pieces of their soul that you're holding on to. Just let it go. Allow Creator to wash them and return them to you and to them. Good. Well, for some of you, there was like a huge chunk of your soul missing. Yeah, a lot of you were like around the solar plexus, around the stomach area, which is like the feeling. So in any way that you don't know how to feel your feelings, that you let them take your innocence away, can we clear this, please? And teach you that you're safe to feel your feelings, to be with your feelings, that you are allowed to feel your feelings. Whatever you're feeling is the perfect reaction. You're not overreacting. You're not dramatic. You're just being honest with yourself. So for a few seconds, I just want you to sit with the feeling that needs to come, whatever it is for you. I'm here. You're not alone. We have this beautiful group of people watching live and in the replay, creating this vortex of unconditional love. You have your Heavenly Father, your Heavenly Mother. We're all with you. You can feel the feeling that you were never allowed to feel. It can be sadness. You may want to cry. If you need permission, we're giving you permission. Cry. You can cry. Release the belief that crying is for sissies, crying makes you weak. No. Crying is a sign of self-love. Okay. Some of you is anger. Some of you is resentment. Resentment is usually held in the kidneys. So you can massage your kidneys if you want. Yeah. Just allow Creator to teach you that you can feel it. First of all, you can feel it. Only by feeling your feelings, they don't control you anymore. That's how it happens. That's how it goes. If you're suppressing them, they have control over you. Good. Wow. Some of you like just this. It really like you took your power back. Like, oh, that was it. Good. I can feel my feelings and keep my power. Yes, you can. Yes. Beautiful. And what happens is when we shut one feeling, one negative feeling, we shut all of them down. The good ones too. Yeah? So allow all the positive feelings to come to you as well. Some of you never knew how to feel joy. So when we teach you how it feels like to feel joy, to have a joyful life, to experience joy in everything, every day, allow Creator to create this synapse in your brain. It's like you're giving a new pathway, literally. Beautiful. Yes. And to teach you how to look for things that give you joy without feeling like you're selfish. Beautiful. Yes. I love it. Some of you never experienced love, so can we teach you what love from Creator's perspective feels like, and that you have the right and you deserve to feel love every day from others, from you, from the Creator, from your Heavenly Father, your Heavenly Mother, from the angels, from me, from everybody, from the earth. Yeah? You are surrounded by love. Sometimes we fail to see it, to feel it, because we never learned how. But can you teach you how to recognize the love that is already around you and it's already within you? Beautiful. Yeah. Can we teach you that this love can be your motivator, can be your fuel to do the things that you want? You don't need the anger. You can have the anger. It's not suppressing it. You can feel it without having it be the controlling. It's not going to control you anymore. It's not going to be what gives you energy. You can be energized by love, by joy, by laughter, by whatever you want. Creativity, curiosity. Fill the blank for you. Beautiful. Wow. Just take a very deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Allow all of this to be integrated within your being. Creator is telling me to tell you guys that you are loved. Creator loves you. The universe loves you. You're never alone. And you can always ask for help, for support, because we're in this together. We're in this together. Yeah. When you're happy, go back to the bright iridescent white light. Imagine it washing over you like a waterfall of unconditional love. All the way down to your feet. And imagine energy coming from the core of the earth again, up to the soles of your feet, all the way up through the chakras from the base of your spine to the top of your head, grounding you. And remember, you are always connected to earth and to heaven. When you're ready, come back and open your eyes. Hi, Roy. Hello. Afi, Angel, my loves. Aw, I miss you so much. How are you guys feeling? How are you? That was such a nice energy, wasn't it? Of course, there's like more stuff, you know, like there's just as much as I can do in a group setting. So again, if you want to go deep, let me know. We book a session. It's an hour and a half. So imagine an hour and a half of healing just for you. It's very intense, but it's just with love. So it's easy. It's easy. Intense, but easy. Yeah, let me know and we can book a session. It's online, so we can do it on Zoom. Yeah. Next week, actually, I was actually already thinking about the theme, and it's gonna be letting love in. So I think the last part of it, this healing today, was the perfect calling to next week, right? Yeah. Yeah. Because we're very good at asking for things, but we're never really, not never, we're usually, it's harder for us to receive, isn't it? Especially if you're a healer, if you work with people, it's so easy to give and give and give. Yeah. Let me know how you guys feeling. Sandy, thank you for being here. Yeah. Lee saying, whoa, I thought today's topic wasn't for me. I was wrong. This was on point. I cried the full 10 liters of tears. Yay! Beautiful people. The issue is never the issue. Again, it's never the issue. It's never the issue. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Claire saying that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I feel wait, I'm getting something. Creator is just telling you guys that you need to make space to self-love, whatever it is like for you. I don't know. But like make a daily habit to love yourselves. And for me, actually, is to allow myself every single day a time to feel, just to feel, just to feel. I journal a lot, I do those things, but just to feel, just to be with my feelings. That's all. Maybe that's what you need. Just put on some healing music, be in the dark, close your eyes, and just feel. It's like, just put the intention of like, what feeling do I need to feel right now? And just allow it to come. Just let it come and be with it for as long as it takes. Yeah? Debbie saying that was very emotional. That some stuff release was powerful. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. As usual, drink a lot of water. We're dealing with unconscious stuff. So it's like emotional toxins are going to be released. So if you drink a lot of tea, a lot of water, it's going to help you get clear, clear your body. Otherwise, you can get headaches or flu-like symptoms. We don't need that, right? We can just drink water and take care of ourselves. So make a habit of taking care of yourself. If you want, I have a healing library on my website, and you can download meditations. It's free. You can just download it. I'll add to the description of the video. Yeah, so you can download it. There's different meditations. I'm always adding new stuff. And you can make this your habit of listening to a 10-minute guided meditation. That can be your self-care. Yeah? Jen saying, I listen to music that nurtures my soul. Yes. Yes. It's so good, isn't it? Sometimes I forget how powerful music can be. God, so powerful. So powerful. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's it for today. I hope you guys are fine. If you need anything, let me know. Again, if you want to go deeper and really go into the issues, the deeper issues for yourself, you saw today, right, with Lee, the issue is never the issue. So there's always something deeper there. So if you want some guidance, let me know. We book a session and I will be happy to guide you. Yeah? But I will see you next week. And yeah, have a great week. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.